Konnichiwa. Yeah, so the Kato, the 521 series, I mentioned the noise it made. There it is, it's back again. So bearing in mind this has been oiled 3 times already, and it kills it each time. This is what I was trying to get at in the last video, that I'd done it 3 times up to that point, and it seemed to be working. But yeah, I was just wondering if anyone's got the idea of, say, a grease or something that I could use. What I'm going to do, just so it's absolutely clear, is this unit making that noise. I will bring the DT200 to a stop. Say it's been running for about 20 minutes today, I guess. So I was going to lean forwards, sorry, wobbly cam, bring this DT200 to a stop. And obviously then the 521. So you can see there's no real effect on the performance. It's just, yeah. That is irritating. So, I mean, I will oil it again this time, and we'll come back once I've done so. But, and you know, hopefully it'll be running again. But yeah, if anyone's got the idea of a grease or something I could put in there, I'm not sure what there is available. Because that's the motor bearings. Or whether folks just think a new motor at this point, if I can find one that fits, would be better as an idea. Yeah. So, speak to you in a moment. For those who haven't watched it recently, Anthony Dodge, the Mod Train Outsider, has done a video on Pico's new announcements. I noticed they're doing another release of this separately to the set, which is interesting. So I wonder if they're doing a 3-rail AC version of that. It could be very useful for me. Anyway, back to the Japanese train. So I thought I'd just show inside. And obviously you can see the amount of... Oh. Pick up something to point with, immediately dropped on the floor. That's about my mark. You can see actually the amount of oil that's now on this. Oh, hello, magnetic. Maybe not the best pointing tool I have. Let's find something non-magnetic, shall we? This should do, although I don't really want to touch it with this because I like this paintbrush. But yeah, you see the amount of oil now on there. I've been doing it on that bit there, the other side of there, and then here, and that seems to quieten it down for a bit. But then, obviously, as you heard, it gets noisier again. And you can see it's depositing inside here as well. So I really don't think this is the answer. I don't think, I did just put some more in it, and I have just been running it with the Gagemaster Combi. But I really don't think this is the answer. What I'm going to do is, I've got a cotton bud here. I'm just going to try and clean up the excess on this bit. You know, just sort of wipe it up. Try and get rid of as much of that as I can, and a bit off there. And I'll be back. As you can see, it's actually quite wet still with the oil. I don't know really how to do this, but yeah. So if we get, it's better than it was. I've got quite a bit off. If I get this controller now, I can touch it to the if it actually has some power to it. Which just sounds a bit quieter again, but like I say, I'm not entirely convinced that motor is going to be any good, because it keeps doing it, say 3 times over it does it, and the trouble is every time I open it up now, things are trying to break. So there's this component here which goes at the front, and this sits on top of it, and I thought I'd lost that when I opened it a minute ago. That sits in this bit. Yes, it's not an ideal situation to be in when you're trying to repair something, and obviously, you know, it's not designed to be open, closed, open, closed, open, closed, but with the oil that we found in the, well, I found in this component, I don't really want to be running it without that on, because obviously it's going to deposit it around the track, and yeah, that's not good. So yeah, I will reassemble for now, and I think that's going to be my plea is, can we find something? I'll say, because all this came off it, that end, and well, you can see that end as well. All that came off it, but I don't. Yeah, it's obviously got more than enough on itself. I don't think this motor's much longer for this world in some ways. Well, in my use, I do think that perhaps it needs a new motor. Yeah, but if there is, say, if there's a grease or something that might have a bit more staying power, so that it's not flung off immediately from where it wants to be to where it shouldn't be, then yeah, if someone knows something like that, please let me know in the comments. It would be greatly helpful. Yeah, it's frustrating, because say for a time it will now, I know it's going to run pretty well for a bit, but it will only be fleeting, sadly, because it is a nice unit, you know. It's, and that's partly why I wanted to make sure, a bit like when I did the micro race little 260, the one that looks like a North American Wild West engine almost. When I did that one, when it was running, it was like, oh, I've got some video of it running. So if it was to never run again, because it was being a bit grumpy, then, and I don't like, particularly that one, I don't like running too much because it does get very warm very quickly. Then at least I've got some video of it. But you know, it's one of those. It's one of those. So I can see some more here on the bogey as well, where it's come out the other side. Almost, I suppose I want to degrease it, don't I? Almost, but okay, so yeah, with that. But yeah. So yeah, so that's the motor. Each one of these squares you see underneath is 1 inch. So if that helps with size, if anyone knows of a motor that might fit that. I mean, that's an old style motor, isn't it? It's not one of the cordless motors. So I wonder if there is a cordless motor that would fit that space. That might just, you know, might just work. See, there's contacts around. They touch there, go around this and onto it. I don't know. It'd be nice to have it running. I mean, the strange thing is that I've got another unit. It's a 701 series, which is the Morioka colour, the purple stripe one. You may recall it. I'll grab it. And while I'm grabbing that, so I briefly showed you a Belgian steam engine, or a German-built Belgian steam engine, a Prussian-built Belgian steam engine, actually, technically. Yes, and I did have a channel called Continental Christopher, twice now. Also, Woodgate Junction's disappeared as well. Basically, I'm bringing all that in-house, in-house into this channel. So when I come to do other projects, railway related, my videos will be on here. So there is a Continental layout coming. I'm really pleased to say. I'm really excited for that. I will show again. I'll reshoot. I wasn't particularly happy with the video I shot of the my Christmas present from my mum, which was really nice of her. Which is a Märklin steam engine. Strange thing, because it's going to be an Era 6 layout. In many ways, a bit like my Japanese stuff. And my Japanese stuff, I can do a full 1950s running session. I enjoy the Era 6 style stuff a bit more, and obviously it's what I can go and see on the continent, because part of the idea is, I love Japanese trains, but I can't get to see them very easily. So whereas continental ones I can see a bit easier. So I'm just going to get the Morioka colour unit out so we can have a look, just to refresh memories and so on, if you're not familiar, if you can't remember it. This is 101556, but yeah, that's this one here. So yes, doing one in Era 6. So why have I got two steam engines? That's a good question. It's because I want a Heritage Railway as part of it, because I do like my steam, and obviously Heritage mainline tours, and that would be the job of the big Märklin one, will be to do the mainline stuff as well. But yeah, so anyway. But yes, so there's gonna be stuff on here that's not Japanese, but obviously my mainstay is very much still the Japanese stuff. And this is beautifully detailed. That roof detail is just absolutely sublime. The electronic stuff there. That roof detail is amazing. I love this detail so much that I don't actually know what it is called. But also got the pantograph. I know that bit. But I would assume, maybe some sort of rectifiers or something like that, suppressors. You see them around. Where's pointing things gone? I can use the magnetic one on this one. I assume that these are this one there as well. You see those around electricity pylons and substations and things, don't you? So obviously part of that. But yeah, I mean, the fact that it's clearly all separately fitted is kind of nice. But yeah, but this one runs absolutely superbly. There's no issues at all with it. And really, what I should do is do what I did with the 521 and fit the accessories that came with it, as well as any stickers to go down the side. I don't know if that's actually got any. It must have an instruction sheet. I really should fit them to this one, because there we go. Whole range, much more than the. Yeah, you see, because those ones in the bottom, these ones here, I believe, are the same as the ones I put on this one. But you got far more. These are destination ones and things. So yeah, I really should sit down and do that, because this one completely behaves itself, and they're the same purchase time. They were bought within a couple of weeks of each other. So yeah, kind of strange, that one. Or whether I can just get a new motor from Kato, because obviously this is. I do apologise if I said Kato recently. My brain is not working properly at the minute, folks. I will be honest. This is why this video is turning into a lot longer on the 9 than I originally intended. Partly because I'm trying to get my thoughts together. Yes, it's not an ideal situation to be in at the minute, but hey, it's the one I've got. So this part here, if I show it, goes. I need to make sure my thumbnail was clean. So that just actually sits below. Sits below this. This is the light diffuser. And so the lighting in this is gorgeous once it's actually running. And of course that will be a future. I'll have to put it closer to me to get on. There we are. So you see that sort of fits in there, and then this then slots into the top there, but not that way around. It doesn't. This is frustrating. This is the second time I've had to do this because it popped out the last time, and this is when I've had to start doing this. So try and use some tweezers too. That's it. Oh yeah, it isn't no way. Hey. That's it. So hopefully that actually stays in this time. But yeah, because it does come with some different ones, so you can swap them out. So if I was to lose it, I could always make a different one. It's not like you can really see it, particularly when it's running. But yeah, it's a tad frustrating. So there's the body side there. Sorry for the noises you can hear. If you hear this, yes, they are what you think. They are plastic bottles. Am I being a slob? No. Basically, the recycling bins, obviously over the Christmas period, the bins weren't really emptied because, you know, the workers get, they deserve a break as much as anyone else. It is, absolutely fair play. It means our recycling bin is actually totally full at the minute. And come Friday, we had the snow day. So the bin lorry wasn't safe to bring it around to empty the recycling. So I'm having to collect my bottles here for a minute. But once it's been emptied, then they will go. But yeah, so just explaining the noise if you do hear it, that's what it is. I've got no shame there because, hey, it's recycling. It's recycling. It's not like it's mouldy food packets or something. So this bit here then clips onto there, but that looks like that clip's breaking, which is less than ideal. Okay, so that's now on there like that. I must remember, because I forgot to do this last time, to turn the lights back on. Because if you don't turn it off, that bit also falls out. Because there's nothing to keep it in apart from this piece when it's slid on. So there's the sticker I fitted in the back windows there. Try to get as level as possible. It's not a particularly easy sticker to play with. And then that sort of slots in on the top. Come on. It is. There we are. There's a sweet spot for it. So that's now back together. Come to think of it, I think I should show most of my trains like this one time when I'm getting them. Well, now I've got a proper workbench set up, which is a bit cluttered. I'll show you. Say it's a bit cluttered because I'm currently working on that flying boat. It is sort of hiding under the scissors there. Just you see the bit there. It's yeah. But now I've got a proper workbench. What I'll do is I will clear it so that when I'm showing new trains, at least we can potentially see. You know, I brought me pencil, me paintbrush holder, which is a Prancing Pony tankard. Apologies for those who don't like the Peter Jackson films. It's the symbol they used in that one, but hey, it's a Prancing Pony. It will do. But there we are. I'm going to push some of these back so we can actually get a better view. So I think that could work, especially if I was to bring the light here. What do you think? I think that could work as a video thing. You can see the details much nicer. Yeah, I think this is going to be the new thing. Very good, very good. Right. Well, glad you forced me to clean my desk as well. My workbench. Fiends, you're all fiends. But yeah, so let's get it back onto the track, and I'm sure this will now be running quieter again. And we'll see how we get on from there. But to be honest, I might swap it out. If it starts getting noisy again today, I might swap it out until I can find either a new motor, someone suggest some grease to try first, maybe. But yeah, it's frustrating because I do quite like this. I think with the blue and white stripe you see there and everything, it's quite an attractive unit. It's nice, it catches the light. But yeah, again, amazing detail on the roof. But yeah, so sorry it's been a bit of a long one. I won't talk over the last bit, I promise. And I'll see you all in another video, hopefully. Probably film whatever I put out next because it's the way I roll. The DT200 I'm very pleased with. My attempts at just doing it up a bit and how that's run, that's been really nice. It's a little noisy, but it's Tomix. It sort of goes with the territory a little bit. They are, on average, they are more noisy than the Catos, but yeah, I'm very pleased with how my work's come out on that one. So anyway, back onto the track. Okay, so it's back on the track, and as expected, there's a slight whir, but that is now running a lot better. So I was going to not talk over this bit, didn't I? So, yeah, till it gets noisy again, it can run, and till next time I shall say arigato gozaimashita, and take care all, sayonara.